With the continuing success of FromSoftware's Souls games, most other gaming companies have tried to imitate their work to become successful. In an industry like that, Lies of P was able to create a game that is more than a Souls-like, but it still used the foundation created by FromSoftware. This unique quality of Lies of P attracted both FromSoftware fans and new gamers. FromSoftware's Souls games come in different flavors. Lies of P sits close to Sekiro Shadow Die Twice in the range of Souls games. It has vibrant color palette, a linear level design, and a fast-paced, very challenging combat design that focuses on parrying. FromSoftware didn't find their success just because they built a game with difficult melee combat design. FromSoftware's Souls games have more depth than the combat design. While other gaming companies weren't able to capture that, Round 8 Studio, while being a new gaming development company, was able to pull this off. Had the developer's name been hidden, you'd think FromSoftware built it. That's how perfect Round 8 Studio managed to match the quality standard. Let's review the core element of Souls games and discover how Lies of P excel in each. Throughout the game, Lies of P has a clear idea about what it wants to be. Lies of P is loosely adapted from the Carlos Collodi's 1883 novel, The Adventure of Pinocchio. This game presents a fantasy world inspired by the Industrial Revolution era. To best of my knowledge, this setting is not something we have seen before in a Souls-like game. This fresh settings attracted the gamers from the day it releases the first trailer. If this game blindly follows the medieval fantasy settings like so many other Souls games, the reception to this game won't be this much positive. The gameplay also maintains this quality. The gameplay of Lies of P encourages players to play aggressively yet strategically. Neither button smashing nor slow attacking work effectively in this game. The enemies are designed according to this combat design. It commits fully to its gameplay vision and maintains it throughout. This is something even FromSoftware games miss slightly. The world building in a Souls game is a critical part of the success of the final product. It has to have a meaning beyond just the pretty graphics. In Lies of P, each level has details to help the story flow forward. Each level has the quality of revealing what happened in that level when the chaos breaks out. The game is designed in a way that it has environment storytelling and materials to read which are not cryptic. Most of the time, those readable items give a hint about level's final boss. As an example, the Grand Exhibition chapter had these qualities more visibly than other chapters. It was meant to be an exhibition to showcase futuristic puppets. The place is packed with variety of puppets to showcase, and it is very challenging to navigate without dying. Throughout the level, there are few readable items to read about the old wrestler called Victor, coming back to fight automotive puppets after defeating the illness he had. The more you go through the level, you see these blue tanks filled with elixir. At the end, you fight Victor, who was enhanced by the very same elixir you saw throughout the level. Even though a game can have any imagination of the developer, the world has to be grounded. The pieces of the level design should connect seamlessly to convey the player that this is a real location. While this game doesn't have many beautiful vistas like in Elden Ring, the world is built in a way that players can see previous and upcoming areas of the level. The built-in architecture should also be meaningful to ground the players in the world. The level design shouldn't be complex for the sake of being challenging. A good example of Lies of P getting this correctly is the San Frangelico Cathedral design. Outside the cathedral, there's a beautiful waterfall. When you go inside, you have to climb the tower up. The section is challenging enough with the enemies and narrow planks to navigate. To make it even challenging, these rotating huge cogwheels are there. In my playthrough, I died so many times in this level to question myself what these cogwheels are doing inside the tower. This game lore doesn't explicitly says the purpose of those. However, since there's a waterfall outside the cathedral, we can come to the conclusion that those cogwheels are powered by the waterfall. My curiosity was answered only because those matching elements are there close by. Details like these are what make this game's world building feel truly immersive and believable. All the Souls wannabe games try to make the story as confusing as it can be, thinking that it will make the game better. In reality, it serves the opposite. Yes, FromSoftware's stories are not given straight to the players, but the pieces are scattered around to create a solid story. It is just that it's up to the player to stitch out the story in the order they want in their own pace. Lies of P did not try to follow this trend. While there are hidden stories that reveals the pain and the confusion of the characters who remain in the society, the main story is laid out unhidden. Instead of having a complex story, it has a creative story with a set of rich characters. Even though the story is simple, it is packed with twists and turns. That quality is enough to keep the players engaged throughout the game. The combat design should be demanding but fair to become a good Souls game. FromSoftware's games haven't gained their recognition in the gaming industry solely because of their punishing difficulty. Players need to fail again and again to learn and fight back, and the combat design always provides a way for you to defeat the enemy. The players are attracted to this game design because they know that no matter how difficult to defeat the enemy, if they put in the work to learn the enemy, they can always come out on top. FromSoftware's games are usually hard from the beginning. Lies of P ease the players into the difficulty. This is one quality in FromSoftware games that I don't like. I remember I struggled to defeat Chain Ogre in Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. That mini-boss shouldn't be there that early in the game. Lies of P's combat design is more inviting for new players while not compromising its combat design quality. Lies of P encourages the players to attempt to parry and to be aggressive than in other games. While a perfect parry doesn't consume your health, an imperfect parry will only consume your health temporarily. The game design gives players a second chance to fight back after an unsuccessful parry. When you combine this with normal weapon attacks, fable art and consumables, players have lengthy amount of time to engage with even a new boss rather than getting one shot and starting over. Lies of P has found a way to make the players put in time and learn to fight while not being punishing like FromSoftware games. After experiencing this game, I feel like Round 8 Studio has created its own game with the foundation of FromSoftware's Souls-like games. It would be disgenuine to describe this game as a good Souls-like copy because this game does not try to live in the shadows of FromSoftware's games. They have created a non-medieval themed world that is rich with story and a combat design that is an extension of what we have seen so far in Souls games. I hope we will be able to see more Lies of P games in the future with many more inventive and creative ideas.